Alrighty, hey guys, how's it going? It's your boy Mars, and today, as you guys see, I'm here at Indianapolis circuit, and I do have 2012 GTR Black Edition. I am been tuning it, and I want to show you guys the tune for it. And let's get right to it. Let's get right to it. You guys know me; I don't like wasting my time. So the car is going to be manual. I like using the GTRs in manual, not manual with clutch. But let's go back to the home, to the garage, show you guys the build on this car. So let's get right to it, guys. Alrighty, let's back out. So this car, I don't know. It's just they really Forza. It's just going up and down with the horsepower. They really didn't put as much horsepower as they did compared to Horizon 3, which I liked it the way it was in Horizon 3. But either or, the car still drives great. So let's get right to it. Let's go to conversions. On this car, you can put the 4.5 liter V8. I don't know why anyone would want to do that. So let's leave it alone, and of course we're gonna leave it with the original 6-cylinder engine that it comes with. Of course, the car is gonna be all-wheel drive. It is an all-wheel drive vehicle. I still don't know if it'll be better putting the wide body kit or not. I know it does give you wider with the rear tires, but I don't know if it'll make the vehicle be faster. It might make it quicker off the line, but I don't think it'll make it faster due to the weight. So I left it alone with that. I still have to see which one would be better, but besides that, I left it alone. So I did put everything on here. It's gonna be pretty much race. So let's put everything on here race. As you guys see, where I have the little ranch at, that's what you know it's gonna be pretty much race. So the car is going to end up only with 919 horsepower, which I believe this car should have way more horsepower than that. This car should have at least like 1500 horsepower or something like that. Like, they just need to upgrade on the horsepower, because in real life these cars have like 2400 horsepower. So just imagine. And leaving it at 900 horsepower is pretty horrible. So we're pretty much going to put everything on here, even the flywheel. Since this is an all-wheel drive car, flywheel with this cars do tend to do a lot better. So let's put the race brakes on there. We got the regular suspension, the race suspension. So we're pretty much going to put everything on here as well, race, but we're not going to put no roll cage. The car is all-wheel drive, so it does not need a roll cage, guys. So besides that, we are going to weight reduct the car all the way down, and it's going to weigh around 3,100 pounds. A couple little tricks with this car is going to be with the tires. So we are going to put this on there. We are going to put this as well. The differential is all going to be raced on that. And now with the tires, we are going to put the drag tires, of course. On the front, we are going to only go to the second stage, the 275s on the front. I'm not going to go all the way with the 285, so we're just going to leave it at 275. Still performs about the same. It really doesn't. It does actually better with the 275s than the 285s. And then on the rear, we are going to go all the way wide on the rear. This car is more towards the rear. It's more of a rear-wheel drive car than it is an all-wheel drive car, because you can actually switch it between rear-wheel drive and front-wheel drive. I mean, all-wheel drive. These cars have those. The way it's designed with the transmission sitting in the back, this car has a different split between it, which makes this car such a unique car of its own, since the transmission is actually sitting in the back of the vehicle and the motor sitting in the front of the vehicle. Kind of gives it that equal distribution between the weight. And yeah, they really designed this vehicle extremely well. That's why it's always been breaking records back to back to back, and it's always been known for being such a monster of a car, which is called the Godzilla, basically. So I did put these wheels on here. And then with the rim size, I did leave it alone at the 20s in the front and the 20s in the rear. So I painted it black with this white, and then I did a little nice drag time or drag race or whatever paint job on there. Besides that, on the front bumper, did not do anything on the front bumper, and I did not do anything with this huge ass wing. So I left it alone. And now let's go to the tune real quick and show you guys the tune on it. The tire pressure did not go all the way low, so I have it at 28.5 and 28.5. Then I have final drive at 3.78, first gear at 2.74, second gear at 1.94, third gear 1.48, fourth gear 1.14, fifth gear 0.94, and sixth gear 0.78. First gear will always vary depending on kind of like of the track and stuff like that. Sometimes you'll make it a little bit longer, a little bit shorter. You want it to kind of like spin like just a tiny bit, but then grip. This game is a little bit different compared to the other games. You want it to hook right from the go, and then it'll spin towards the end. With this motorsports game, they did it a little bit different. As you guys can see here, I did positive just a little bit on the front, but then I did a lot of positive on the rear. Now, if you do see the camber positive, when the car does drop down on the rear, what it does is from the positive, it goes towards like a negative. So the more positive you put in the rear, the more it'll kind of get to the 0.0 mark. That's what you kind of want it to be. So that means that the tires will be evened out once the car drops from once you let go of the e-brake and the car lets go, the back end will drop down. I'll show you that in a little bit. Besides that, everything else with the toe is going to be okay. And then we have the front caster at 7. Then we have everything pretty stiff at the 40. Got the car pretty soft in the front and then stiff in the rear, even though they're around 500 and 800. Then I got the car raised all the way up in the front and dropped all the way up in the rear. This is kind of a thing that's been going on since like you name it, all the other Forzas. With the vehicle, probably in real life, they don't tend to be like this in suspension work, but yeah, I mean, this is a video game, so it's not really 1000% accurate. Besides that, it's going to be equal distribution, 1, 13, 13, and 1. Nothing with that, nothing with that, and then I have it 75, 100, 75, 100, 7D. So that's pretty much the tune on the car, guys. You guys can probably adjust it a little bit more, but this is more for like the basic tuners, people that don't know how to tune a GTR and are pretty interested on tuning one. So let's go back to the track and let me show you how to launch the car. So the car, I normally make these cars manual due to the fact that these cars are paddle shifts. It is a paddle shift vehicle, so I do tend to have the car manual. Normally, like cars that are paddle shifts, normally in manual, they tend to be smoother in transition of the gears compared to manual with clutch. Even though these vehicles don't have a clutch, then they tend to be a little bit more laggy, if you guys kind of feel what I'm talking about. If you guys don't understand, then that's fine with me, but I have the cars, since the car's paddle shift, I do have the car manual. They did a little bit different, the way, just seeing the way that the gears flow, it's a lot different compared to the other motorsports that they did in this game. They might try to make it more realistic into these games, but it feels like they're kind of messing up a lot as well. So we're going to even up and line up right here in Indianapolis. This is going to be pretty much where everybody's going to line up at to do the quarter-mile runs. It's kind of about the same. It's about your ending of your 4th gear on certain cars, sometimes 3rd gear, but it kind of goes by the flow. If you guys are normal drag racers, you guys will kind of know where the quarter mile will end up at. So pretty much all you got to do is press down the e-brake, which is the A button, and then you're going to feather the gas with the RT button, and then you either launch it between 5 or 6. Sometimes, depending on the track, the car likes it a certain one or the other. And all you're going to do is just, you don't have no clutch on this because I have it on manual. Let me go to my assistance and show you guys. See, have it on manual. Everything else is pretty much turned off. Got the steering normal. So it is a manual vehicle. So yeah, all you got to do is just raise it up. Let me launch it at 6,000 this time. It's gonna do like a little spin, but then it's gonna like just I don't know. It's gonna go. I'll show you guys right now. Boom. And since the fact that it doesn't have that much horsepower, the vehicle is not really going to be that fast or that quick. But racing on the GTRs, it would be fun. And so yeah, hope you guys like the video. Hope you guys subscribe, give it a thumbs up, and I'll be making more tuning videos. And this car would be a great car. A lot for more for the beginners. It would be a great car for that, so you guys can have a base on how to tune, and this car will help you out a lot. So alrighty guys, I'll be back with another tuning video, and I'll see you guys around. Peace out.